but you really ought to look into. Those hunting clothes. Anything camouflage or anything that people would wear while they're hunting. Howdy friends, welcome back to the Eclectic Sam YouTube channel. Before we get started, you see that little subscribe button down there at the bottom? If you haven't, go ahead and click that. Doesn't cost you a thing and it helps me out. Today is October 14th and we only sold one item yesterday. Let me show you what that item is. This is a vintage Tommy Hilfiger rugby style shirt. It sold for $23.99 plus shipping, and I paid $1.50 for it at a local thrift store. That Tommy Hilfiger shirt there is a good example of not everything in one brand is worth the same, is worth a lot of money. That being a vintage boosted the value up of it, and also being a rugby shirt boosted the value of it because a lot of people like the rugby shirts. But you need to look at the labels to see if something is vintage or not. The vintage label looks completely different from newer labels, at least the common newer labels. And also the type of shirt, the print on it, the colors, all these things come together to make it worth more or worth less. Of course, probably about a year and a half ago, that shirt would have brought about $45 or more. But now Tommy Hilfiger has gone down, so it is worth less. The market has been oversaturated in it, and therefore there's too much stuff out there to compete with, so you have to price your item a little bit lower. But if you can get things at a lower price, you can still make money off of it because, it's still a demand for it. You just have a lot more people to compete with as far as inventory. It's Monday, October 19th. It's been a slow couple of days recently on eBay, so we haven't had that many sales, but let me show you the couple of sales that we sold on this weekend. First thing we sold from the weekend is this Remark brand denim and camouflage shooting shirt. If you see the little patch on the shoulders, the padded patch, those are usually shooting shirts. They're real good to buy. But it sold for $23.79 plus shipping, and I paid $3.50 for that at a local thrift store. That denim and camouflage shirt got me to thinking of a genre of clothing that a lot of people don't think about selling, but you really ought to look into. Those hunting clothes. Anything camouflage or anything that people would wear while they're hunting. There's good money in it because new hunting clothes are so expensive. A lot of the thermal type things and all are very expensive brand new, so a lot of people look for used ones or so forth. So when you're in the thrift stores, keep an eye out for camouflage. Of course, there's different hunting seasons, so different types of clothing for different types of hunting. Right now it's deer season, so a lot of people want the thermal thick stuff for when they go out in the woods when it's colder. But also, like I mentioned on this particular shirt, with that padded shoulder there, that's another type of clothing that you should look for is shooting clothing, because shooters want something that's a little bit more comfortable. Also, there's like shooting vest where they can put their ammunition in and so forth. So, that's a whole different world right there. There's even people that collect vintage hunting clothing. I sold a Cabela's brand 1960s camouflage jacket. Probably about a year ago now. It was sold for $200. So yeah, keep an eye out for that stuff. Next up, we have this Levi's brand denim trucker style vest. It's basically a trucker jacket with the sleeves cut off. I did not pay anything for that. They came from a friend, and it sold for $29.99 plus shipping. That vest was a newer vest. It wasn't vintage or anything from the 80s or early 90s. But vintage denim jackets like that from the 80s and 90s, keep an eye out for, because they bring very good money. Also ones that have like painting designs on the back of them, especially for like rock bands like Guns N' Roses, Metallica, so forth. That was a big thing back in the 80s for teenagers to do. I know I always envied anybody when I was a kid that had a jacket that had, Motley Crue or something on the back of it. But those will bring a premium, several $100s, because, of course, the genre of music. Everybody loves music. Those metal hair bands that people love and like to relive the memories of when they were a kid. Lastly, we have this Tommy Hilfiger, another Tommy Hilfiger vintage shirt. It's a plaid shirt, dress-up shirt, and it sold for $14.99 plus shipping. And I paid $4 for that at a local thrift store back when Tommy was selling for a good bit more. But I am getting rid of some of my vintage Tommy that not selling at higher prices anymore. So move that money over to something that I can get for getting higher prices for. Well, that was kind of a slow slow week on sales. But like I've said before, that's the thing about eBay. It's a roller coaster of up and down sales. So you save your money for the slow times, and you keep rolling forward. Even though I didn't sell that many items, my dollar amount is still about average for me as a part-time seller. My average sales. So right now, if I catch back up and do a few more sales in the next week or two, I should be good for this month. But I've been doing this for over 20 years, so I'm used to it. But that's about it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like. And always make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're not, down below. That'll help me out and also give you the ability to see when we post any more videos in the future. I've been posting a lot of the eBay videos, but I hope to give you some more of the ordinary history videos and hopefully get out and do some thrifting and do some traveling as soon as COVID dies down a little bit. But until next time, my friends, love you. Bye.